Art is like Mount Everest. The climb is steep, and if you fall from Mount Everest, you're probably dead. But if you're a beginner or intermediate artist, shoot, even a pro, you've noticed how every day there are new artists blessed by the art gods above with hands that have never seen a bad art piece before. Yet somehow you still can't draw eyes on the face. Or maybe you're falling short of your goals and expectations in art this year, and you didn't reach the heights that you hoped for. These are some of the realities of being an artist lately that can leave you defeated and left wondering why you didn't pursue another skill. Like maybe the banjo? Were there better examples? Anyways, art this year has been rough for everybody. But it's okay, Pookie. Just know I'm here for you. I'm Chase. Earlier this year, I made a video about the reality of being a beginner artist. And now, having been through the ringer with my art a little more, I think it's time we re-up that video with the realities of being an artist in 2024. And don't worry, I'm still a beginner. The only difference between me 8 months ago and me now is I feel like I've got the right hand of a 60-year-old, and I don't have the excuse of being a beginner anymore to rely on when I try to explain why my portrait drawings break mirrors. Also, no, I'm not your art teacher. I could barely take care of myself. Think of me as your mental health coach.
I say what I want to say.
What are you doing right now? What is this? I'm very confused.
Starting your art journey is harder and easier than ever before.
What?
The amount of artists populating Twitter, TikTok, and even Threads has exponentially gone up since last year. And as nice as it is to see thy neighbor succeed, sometimes you can't help but compare with your own progress. And who can blame you? Some of these artists are coming straight out of the womb making museum pieces a year in, and you're still trying to learn the difference between a circle and a sphere. It is nice to see new artists succeed, but trying to avoid that sense of shame you feel seeing people do better than you in less time is definitely discouraging. But you've got to remind yourself, not everyone running the race is fast, but didn't the turtle beat the hare? Okay, that was corny as shit, but really, it's not a race. Your art journey should be about learning a skill you love and enjoying and drawing from all your inspirations to create worlds and characters you love or hate, or drawing big booby anime girls if that's what you're into. It's not a competition between you and the rest of the art world. You're climbing the mountain and some people are climbing it faster, some are already at the peak, and some have set up camp along the way, and some have left guides for you. But there's no reward for reaching the mountain faster other than time saved. Climb at your pace and enjoy the view. If you're a seasoned artist, you're probably thinking about how you can't level up right now and how you plateaued. Maybe 2024 wasn't the best for inspiration or growth, and you're just thinking, damn, did I not add more to close that joke off? Anyways, you're feeling stuck wondering what's next or what steps you need to take to get further. Trace your steps back to what made you want to do art in the first place. I had been feeling doubt about my art for a couple weeks and not really sure what I could do to get the drive to learn and passion back. Well, for starters, I drew a face and it gave me nightmares. So I went to practice more faces. But also, I looked at a bunch of art from one of my favorite series, Final Fantasy, both from my favorite artists as well as artists making art about the games. And that pulled me from the depths of art block and disappointment. I didn't really care if it looked good or not. I just did it because I enjoyed it. I think for a lot of artists this year, everyone's so focused on getting a hit off of one of their art pieces and just becoming popular and someone hitting them up like, dude, commissions? And you'll be like, dude, fuck yeah. And then you'll get like 300 billion commissions to feed your 4 kids. No, wake up to reality, you donut. You gotta focus on just enjoying the process of art. Make some outlandish shit no one would think of, or an OC in a new style. And the people who treat your art like a museum piece will come with time. This reminds me of this one quote I heard from a YouTube content creator. I think it fits well in your art journey as well. He said,
the point I'm trying to make is, you don't know your number until that video pops. So when I was going through it, posting video after video after video, I didn't know that 160 was gonna be my number. And the only reason I found out it was 160 was because I kept going. Some of y'all might be posting right now, and your number could be 20. But you stopped at 19. Every single channel has it. I don't know what your number is. I don't know what my other numbers are gonna be. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. The only way you find out is you keep posting.
You don't know your number until that video pops. In your case, the number is the amount of art you produce until you're having your Mona Lisa moment. And it's different for everyone. Some will be noticed after one art piece, some will be noticed after 100. And you won't know what art piece will kick off your exponential growth or popularity until you've hit it. Don't slow down now, because your next art piece can be your number. It's a pretty cool concept, right? Another thing 2024 has taught me is it is just god awful to be a self-taught artist sometimes. Like, it is borderline impossible to have a definitive path. As a self-taught artist, you really kind of just draw stuff until it looks kind of acceptable eventually. I have so much more respect for artists that push to learn art themselves and study what they chose to study. It's hard and it's a huge commitment. I mentioned this in the past, but knowing when you have to move on to practice new things can be tricky. Because yes, you are your worst critic, but you can also be blinded from staring at your art for too long. In your head, you think it's all hot and dandy, and then someone tells you to flip the canvas and boom, it's your hideous face on the other end all of a sudden. So, if you're a self-taught artist, make sure you're sharing your journey with other artists, big and small, to help you get a bigger picture on things you can do to improve your works. If you're interested, my Discord is open to fellow artists and gamers of all skill levels if you ever want to talk art. There are so many amazing artists on YouTube and even more amazing tutorials, but as artists, you'd benefit 10 times more from expanding your resources, like studying and observing the works of your favorite artists and art books. Every time I forget how to do anything, I refer to my art books to pick the skills back up. And even courses sometimes can be beneficial, although keep in mind some of them can be overly expensive. I wouldn't say paid courses are necessary, but they definitely help speed up the process of understanding the fundamentals of art. People are paying tens of thousands for an art education, and I'm trying to do it all for free on YouTube. There's honestly just too much stimulation, and one swipe of my recommended page leaves me with 10 tabs of different art tutorials, Tifa shorts, and Gojo AMVs. But if you could manage to balance it out with some books and some of your favorite artists' works and speed paints, you could really stand at the pinnacle of the mountain. Art heaven. Anyways, let's do a self-check. Are you enjoying your art journey so far? Do you remember what got you interested in art in the first place? Do you think about it still, or has your motivation changed? Are you more focused on fame and money as a successful artist, or just making pieces you know you'll love? Are you jealous of peers who have gotten better while you've stagnated? Or are you thinking about ways you can get back on your path and climb the mountain again? There's no right or wrong answers. All of these thoughts are part of your journey to art heaven. Just remember, everyone's climbing the mountain from different points and different paths. The time you spend focused on theirs can make it harder for you to climb yours. What's important is you don't give up before you reach the turning point in your art career, where everything clicks and makes sense and your art explodes and the fans explode and everyone explodes and you're drinking champagne off of an OnlyFans girl's chest cosplaying as your OC.
I'm about to blow.
Doesn't that sound like the life? Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If so, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, share it with your mama, and if you aren't already, tap in with me on Twitter and Discord. They're where you can find me if I'm too lazy to drop a video. Okay? Okay. Peace.